Wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. Happy Just Because Day. What? You've never heard of National Just Because Day? Where have you been living? Under a rock? I'm kidding, of course. I didn't know about National Just Because Day till I wandered over to holidayscalendar.com and clicked on their Weird tab. Oh, the places I visit on the interwebs just because I am bored. I'm sure at the end of this episode you'll be eternally grateful I discovered National Just Because Day. Maybe. What's the story behind this obscure holiday? Well, sometime in the early 1960s, the exact year is kind of not known, on the third Wednesday in May, Joseph Goodwin gave his wife a new transistor radio, no strings attached. He gave it just because he loved her. Aw, isn't that sweet? Kissy, kissy, kissy. The next May, Joe honored the third Wednesday again. I don't know what gift or act of love Mr. Goodwin offered his forever love this time. Further details are wanting at holidayscalendar.com. I just know he did another just because thing, and the day became an annual event for his family. Eventually, word spread. People heard about the Goodwin family tradition and began celebrating Just Because Day in their own way, just because they could. I guess that's when it became national. While the traditional way to celebrate is to give a gift to someone you love, the more random the gift, the better, there are other ways to commemorate Just Because Day. Take a hike with a friend, compliment someone at the store on their outfit. Families sometimes get together with neighbors to play board games. Strangers offer high fives to strangers, just because. To quote the fine folks at holidayscalendar.com, it doesn't matter what a person does on this day as long as it's something that they want to do and it's out of the ordinary. The point of this holiday, they suggest, is that you don't need a special reason to be weird, to enjoy life, or to be nice to the people that you know, or don't know. Just Because Day is a day on which people can appreciate the little things and enjoy every single second of their life. After all, life is short, so everyone should enjoy the little moments of their life. This holiday is a perfect reminder of that fact. I know it's kind of last minute, but what will you do today just because it's National Just Because Day? How will you honor this great, mostly unknown holiday? Think about it. What just because action could you take to show your love for your husband? What randomly selected and kind of weird just because gift could you give to a friend? With whom could you go on a hike or a bike ride just because it would be fun? Where could you take your kids just because you think they'd find it interesting? Upon whose doorstep could you secretly leave a bag of groceries just because you know they could use the help? The possibilities are endless. What will you do? You've only got a few hours to figure out what to do just because it's National Just Because Day. Of course, if you miss out today, you can plan big for next August 27, or you can do some just because act of kindness or a just because fun action on any random day. Maybe for old time's sake on the third Wednesday in May. By the way, no one knows why National Just Because Day was changed to August 27th. But it's been celebrated on this day by the general public for quite a long time now. So I guess someone changed it just because they could and did. I'm going to sign off now just because I've got some planning to do for my Just Because activity later today. I'll do my best to add a picture or something on social media with the ubiquitous hashtag National Just Because Day. Hope you do the same and add a hashtag Pocket Knife Podcast so I'll know you were here. Whether any of you do so or not, I'm going to have a blast today just because it's National Just Because Day. Wow, was that not the most random episode ever? Nothing spiritual at all unless someone loves their neighbor as themselves just because God prompted it, or someone gives of themselves just because they love Jesus. Move on, Mike, move on. The good folks who are listening will get it just because God is at work. Oh no, it's sad I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.